Hello, StarSeeds. Welcome to StarSeed Living. My name is LoRayN. I wanted to come to you today because I've been getting so much information, so many downloads, so much knowledge is coming in that honestly, it's a little challenging for me to get the information out of my head and out of my mouth. And as a communicator, I find that just a little strange. But I know that this is important information, and I'm hoping that this technique that I'm going to show you will help you to navigate these times as the fourth dimensional reality appears to be amplifying in front of our faces, and the illusion is palpable. So yesterday I woke up and I was in this weird sort of strange space, kind of in a funk, but funk isn't something I normally do. I'm like the epitome of a Pollyanna. Everything is always glass half full. I am not pessimistic in any way. I'm always hopeful. It's always going to turn out. Life is always, what we make it. And no matter what's happening, we can shift our perception of it simply by shifting our energy. I believe that to my core. But yesterday, I woke up and it was like being wrapped in a very bristly, very prickly, uncomfortable blanket from which I couldn't get out. And I even resorted to watching cat and dog videos to try to move my frequency, because I know, though, that no matter what we do, if we can hold a frequency, even if we're faking it, that is elevated up, that we can step our way up in frequency. So for a while I sat and laughed at cat and dog videos, and it did help. So if you find yourself unable to move yourself on your own, try that. So anyway, I had this awareness that I was I wasn't sure whether I was picking up on the collective, what was going on, but I knew there was something off. And last night I got woken up. I think my cat was pouncing around in the house. I'm not really sure, but something startled me awake. And then I was kind of rolling around, and then I finally decided to get up, and the clock said 3:33. I knew it was important for me to pay attention to what came next. And what came next was an absolute download of this sort of, so in front of me, it's kind of hard to explain, but I've mentioned to you before that we exist within a holographic reality. We're like on a holodeck on Deep Space Nine, and we have created it. And the world, the digital world, we're used to that, where there's pixelization. And I call those fractals. We are all fractals of the one. And so what I saw before me was, for lack of a better term, free-floating fractals. Say that 5 times fast. Free-floating fractals, free-floating fractals, free-floating fractals. Anyway, so there were these free-floating fractals. And the fractals were space-time. So there were third dimensional space-time fractals, fourth dimensional space-time fractals, fifth dimensional space-time fractals, free floating. And as I was moving, I interfaced with these free floating fractals. So yesterday, apparently, I was in a 3D, 4D fractal and wasn't aware of it. Well, kind of aware of it on one level, but I didn't know how to get out of it. So I had this vision at 3:33 in the morning of these free floating fractals. And then I saw it was like they were everywhere. The whole world became this pixelated free floating fractal environment where there were, 3D, 4D, 5D fractals. And I could move through them. I could intend myself into a fractal and I could experience the fractal, and then I could move out and go into a fifth dimensional fractal and I could experience the fractal. And I noticed instantaneously how I shifted, how my beingness shifted and changed as I experienced these free floating fractals. And here's what I was told to do. And I want you to try this, experiment with it. I've been doing it all morning. I did go back to bed, but when I got up this morning, I've been playing with it to see, I wanted to be an experimenter. So here's what you do. So you become aware. Now, either you've entered into a fractal out of unawareness and you find yourself in the fractal, or I've been seeing them. So what you do, remember a few videos ago, I talked to you about a 12th dimensional Christed light, crystalline shielding energy intention. So what I'm doing, what I was shown, is to take the intention of this, and I see it as a super high frequency, silvery, liquidy, light crystal. So with intention, encapsulate the fractal that you either find yourself in or you become aware of. Encapsulate it within this beautiful, shimmery, silvery, crystalline, 12th dimensional, Christed diamond light intention. And then as you do, it transforms it from a 3rd, 4th dimensional into a 5th, 6th dimensional and higher fractal. It's really interesting. It's like I see it absolutely, completely shift, and then it just transforms and blends into the rest that are of like. No energy ever dies, and it won't hurt an individual that's in it. So if you see someone that's kind of caught in one of these fractals, experiment with that. If they truly desire to remain in the 3rd dimensional reality, fear, control, dogma, pain, anxiety, if they truly choose to remain in that, the fractal will remain around them like that, because that is their choosing and their manifestation. But you will not experience it. For you, it will be transformed. Remember, we can't affect someone else's reality. We can only affect our own and those that are our sacred trusts. Children, pets, elderly that are not consciously aware. So we can affect the experience of our sacred trusts, but ultimately even they have free will. So we can utilize this tool, and if they want to shift into the higher dimensions, it will transform. And I literally am seeing these fractals all over. Everything has become fractalized. It's the strangest thing to, straddle that line, walking between the worlds. What we see and what we see. This is a powerful tool. It is so powerful to help shift from the third dimensional reality that we are being so bombarded with now. The energies have amped up. The fractals are everywhere. And they've sort of clumped together to become denser and more invasive. And I've been doing this work, and then I'm intentionally doing it distance-wise. So once you do it within your own experience, and remember that I've been only doing this since this morning. I may have been doing it before without conscious awareness, but you can now intend this in places that, let's say capitals of countries, cities, other spaces. Just saying. All right. I hope you'll experiment with this. I hope that you find this helpful. Remember, fractalized realities, third dimensional, fourth dimensional to fifth dimensional and beyond. Silvery diamond light encapsulation, joy, bliss, love, harmony, unity, all the frequencies of the StarSeed just surround the fractal. You can shrink them down so that, if they seem a little overwhelming and a little, too big to manage, you're the creator of the reality. You can do this any way that works for you. But I'm telling you, it's powerful and it will shift everything. Give it a try. Until next time, this is StarSeed Living. My name is LoRayN. Happy crystals.